God, hi guys, hi. I am finally able to do this because I've been trying for the past 2 days, not even realizing that I was able to just use my mobile phone. Anyways, I'm so happy to finally be able to live stream. Like I said, I was trying to do it from, what is today, Tuesday? I was trying to do this from actually I was trying from last week. But anyways, I am finally here. I'm happy, thankful for you guys watching my stream. I'm just testing it out right now. It's just a test, it's just an experiment. So I'm rambling a little bit. But today I want to talk about, oh, I got myself a new book. This is my, of course it's red. This is gonna be my video topic, YouTube video topics. But for now, I have my old book. This is just one of my old books. But today's topic is everyday things that you and I can improve on. That is going to everyday things that you can improve on, that you and I can both improve on, that is going to get you what you want. And you know, I like to talk about the law of attraction. I like to talk about mentalism. I like to talk about magic, metaphysics, you know, spirituality, all of that stuff. Mind is the magic, and that's why I love mentalism so much. Of course, it's one of the laws of the universe, the universal laws. You know, everything is mind. And so these are things now starting from within ourselves that we can improve on, that is going to help us to live a more harmonious, productive, abundant, you know, life instead of just existing. Okay? The first thing is confidence. We all can improve in that area, because no matter how confident you think you are, there's always somebody who's going to feel a little bit better about themselves than you, and that kind of sucks. So right now, this is the stage, the phase of the new year, where we are supposed to be now trying to better ourselves, trying to better equip ourselves to move forward now for the next 11 months. So self-confidence is surely one of those things that we need to improve on, and that can definitely help us get what we want, because it helps us to know what we want, helps us to know, you know, what we don't want. Of course, you have to know what you want in order to know what you don't want. So feeling good about yourself is really very important, you know, in attracting good vibes. That is actually sending out good vibes, just feeling good in itself. You know, you take care of yourself, that's going to help you to feel good, help you to stay up at that higher frequency. You learn something new each and every day, that's going to make you feel more confident, more knowledgeable, more like wise. You know, learning is very important. You think better thoughts, better thoughts. The more you know, the more you can change or do better. You know, like they say, when you know better, you do better. So the days, each day, one at a time, adds up. So you only can live for the day, for this day. Be in that present moment, because the present is all you'll ever have. But all of those little moments add up to make a better, more abundant life. Okay? First tip, self-confidence. Self-confidence is something, it's a tricky thing, because not everyone, even if you have, let's just say, the most perfect complexion, if you have the longest hair, you have, like, you know, let's just say parents who are rich, that doesn't always mean you are confident, or that you are, you know, supposed to just be confident. Everybody has that little voice inside of their heads that, like, doubts, and that compares you with somebody else. It's like, okay, you're not good enough. Just as simple as me being on YouTube doing this right now, it takes a certain level of confidence to do this. And so sometimes you have to just feel that fear and do it anyway, because that's the only way you're going to break past that comfort zone, and that's the only way your confidence grows. Number 2, purpose. And I would like to say self-purpose, but that's You know, it doesn't make sense saying self-purpose, because purpose is self-purpose. Having a meaning to life, having a meaning to whatever the things are that you are doing. You know, purpose is, that's also something very tricky, because purpose is, just like I said, having meaning, giving meaning to something that, like, what matters to you. Why does it matter? You know, what do you want to see fruit born from this particular action that you're taking or event? You know, purpose, purpose, purpose comes with intuition, a strengthened or more heightened intuition. Purpose also comes with confidence, because if you know you have a definite meaning to doing something, you know, you're going to go at it with all you've got. You're going to go at it 100%. Like I said, just as simple as the same thing going on YouTube and stuff like that. The purpose here is for me to actually share what I have learned, as well as to learn more from you guys, or vice versa. The purpose is to kind of be more social in my domestic life, I guess. There are multiple purposes for me doing this. So whatever you do, you have to do with purpose, okay? Because it's definitely, it puts the oomph in whatever you're doing. It gives it life. It gives it, you know, it gives it a spirit. It gives it a personality. The purpose, whatever you're doing it for. So don't go around aimlessly doing things without a purpose, because it makes you look lost. It makes you feel lost. It takes away from your confidence, like we just discussed, self-confidence. So you have to have a purpose to whatever you do in life. Which leads me to number 3. Number 3, if whoever's watching this right now, hi. I'm excited. Like I said before, this is my first live stream, so I'm so happy to be with you, and I'm so happy you're watching. Welcome, all of that good stuff. Namaste. Number 3, self-reliance. Self-reliance. This is a big one for me too, because like a lot of us, we like to feel vulnerable. We like to feel like, you know, something else is to blame, or, you know, we can call on some other power to do for us what in actuality we are supposed to be doing for ourselves. Self-reliance is accepting, basically, and taking accountability for our own actions, Yeah. Glad I caught you too. Glad you caught me. You know, love and light, you know, blessings. Like I say, peace, love, blessed be, namaste, all that good stuff. I love you right back. Thanks for watching. Like I said, I had a little tough time trying to go live on the laptop, but with all of the encoder and live stream programming and stuff like that, it was too confusing, so I'm just going to do it on my phone. So back to what I was saying, self-reliance, like I said, is just basically taking accountability for our own actions. And, you know, this is going to lead us to better actions, because if we realize that we are solely responsible for our own actions, then we have nobody to blame afterward. We have no one to say, oh, he or she made me do it, or this guy, you didn't tell me, oh, if I had known, they should have just told me, I would have done it better. Like, no, you know, it's up to you to go in within, basically, in depth, to research, to kind of think about the outcomes, the possible outcomes, all of that stuff. And when you learn that if you want something done right, you gotta do it yourself, because almost every time you let somebody, you put the responsibility in somebody else's hands, it's never going to be the exact way you wanted it to come out. So with that being said, that alone is my reason for being more self-reliant these days. Like, personally, I sometimes would like walk, if I have to get to a place, like right now, let's say I have 30 minutes to get somewhere. Instead of me, like, it's like so easy for me to call somebody and be like, hey, like, you know, pick me up, oh, where you going, please, I need a ride. I don't have patience to sit down and wait for another soul to come and like drop their life and, like, you know, come and take on my duties, my responsibilities for getting me to from point A to point B. I am gonna jump up and I'm gonna get the hell out of here. I gotta go. Like, at least I know I'm that much closer to where I'm supposed to be going than just sitting down on my backside waiting for somebody to just come and do it for me. So that's the kind of attitude I'm talking about developing and improving on, because those are the things that are going to help you more and more get what you want in life. You know, waiting is never going to pay off. You know, like my grandma used to say, like, you know, until thy kingdom comes. What are you waiting on? Just do it now. Like I said, the present now is all you have, and you are responsible for what you do with the now that you have. Okay? Next up, I have number 4 is your self-image. Your self-image. What are you seen as? Or what would you like to be seen as? Who would you like to be seen as? And more importantly, who do you see yourself as? That is, just like I said before with number 3, self-reliance. Self-reliance comes basically when you actually start to get a mental picture of the person you see yourself as and the person that you would like to become. So that self-image is very important. That self-image, you know, you may not care so much. I find, like, recently I've been talking about putting away people's opinions. Like, their opinions about me have no, like, place in my mind. Like, I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna live life on my terms. I'm gonna see myself the way I want to become. I'm gonna be it so that I can see it. However, as I go in and out day to day, I realize more and more that your self-image, the way other people see you, you know, of course it's a reflection of how you see yourself, because that's the way you're going to carry yourself, that's the way you're going to act toward others, all of that. But at the same time, how others see you also affects your day-to-day living. It also affects, you know, how well you manage and function every day of your life. You might say, okay, well, you know, I don't care how I dress. I wear what I want to. You know, I am marching to the beat of my own drum or whatever, right? But what are you going to say, like, when I look at all of these, the controversies and stuff about rape and all these things like that, the way a female dresses, it definitely is not supposed to cause her to be assaulted, raped, violated, taken advantage of. It's not supposed to, because that's her choice. But at the same time, the way you dress tells a story. The way you present yourself tells a story. It gives a picture, an entire picture of who you are, or who you're trying to be at least. So I have to keep that in mind, and it's a thin, thin, thin line. It's like a tightrope walk, because at the same time you don't care, but at the same time you must care. You gotta care, because the same thing I talk about with the law of attraction, with accumulating wealth and abundance and all that stuff. You have to act rich, you have to feel it real. You know, I say that a lot, but that same thing goes for everything else in your life. Like, you have to be able to carry yourself in a certain way, in a certain, your mannerisms, all of these things are a part of your self-image. And people take you either seriously or not based on what they see. They have like 2 seconds to sum you up, and like after that they are gone. You may never see this person again in your life. And you might say, oh well, I don't care if I see them again. Trust me, nothing is an accident in the universe. Everything is, like, it happens intelligently. It's not a coincidence. It's some divine connection, some web that actually wove that person and you ended up aligning, and they saw you for that 2 seconds and they're like, oh, she needs to go put on some clothes. Or like, boy, who loaned her that shirt, because that's not her size. Like, you could see somebody, she borrowed that from somebody, like whatever it may be. Going to work, it's the same thing. You know, your work attire, people sum you up. You may be paid more or less based on your image. So these things are very important for us to improve, and we'll start seeing more manifestations happening. We'll start getting more things happen in our lives, and it's not just material things. It's bigger inner things that are going to be happening. You're going to just, once you feel better inside, that's where it's really at. And then you will see all those other things just falling into place. like, seek ye first the kingdom of God and all his righteousness, right? This is a scripture in the Bible. And all other things shall be added unto thee. Seeking first that kingdom is not necessarily walking around with a Bible trying to join Bible study and like going to choir practice and church 3 times a week. That's not what it's really meant. I look at the Bible as symbolism, and seeking first that kingdom and its righteousness is its right thinking. It's right thinking and right doing. That's what righteousness is. Like, being in that alignment with source energy. So when you do that, all other things will fall into place. And that's the magical thing about it. It's the law of attraction itself is not like some people have it like devil worship and all this kind of stuff. It's not. Or like, idolatry or whatever. It's not. It's working in accordance with the natural laws, and that we are now discovering more and more are real. It's real. So self-image, like I said, someone pulled together, more attractive, all of this kind of stuff. Look at men, for instance. You guys, you don't want no beat down looking woman. Like, if you find somebody, like 2 people, they could have the very same personality, the very same virtues and traits and qualities and education and all of that. Which one are you more likely to choose? The one who looks like, she's like from an island somewhere, like she's come from the what is the island off the coast of Australia, Papua New Guinea? Or are you going to choose the one who looks well put together, who looks like appealing to your eyes? Like when you see her, you're lit up, like, wow, okay, which one are you going to choose? So naturally, like I said, your self-image matters, and we have to improve that. You want better things, you want better attractions, better associations, you've got to look the part. I went on a little bit long about that one. Number five is self-discipline. Self-discipline. I did a video on this, I think it was last year, like maybe summertime or something like that. Discipline is very important for us in order for us to see the things that we are, hoping and desiring to see. Because here it is today, you want something and you want it really bad. You're like, oh my gosh, okay, I'll do anything to have this or whatever. Tomorrow you want something else. You still want that thing you wanted yesterday, but now you want something else. You see something else. You're like, oh, that's pretty good too. I'm gonna make sure one day in my life I get one of those, right? So now you have your intention set, your focus set on this thing that you saw tomorrow. You forgot all about what you wanted the day before that, yesterday. Discipline, this is where I'm going with this. Discipline is very important because perseverance pays off. You have to keep that vision. You have to remain steadfast in that vision that what you want is coming to pass, that every day it's getting closer and closer to you. Discipline means getting up every morning, doing that work, putting in that effort, like, making the necessary changes. If you got to like make calls, let's just take fitness, for example. If you are trying to lose weight, discipline is the only way you're going to do it. And I feel so sorry for those people who have not reached that phase in life where they still fall for the gimmicks and the fads and the diet tricks and all of the stuff like that. The only way that you're going to see that actually work and maintain that success is discipline, through discipline, okay? It's a challenge for everybody. It's not easy. We have so many distractions, so many things coming up each and every day. This is why I'm sure you're here today with me, because we're all trying to learn these things, these skills, these qualities and behaviors that are going to make life easier and happier, more abundant and pleasant for us, enjoyable. Self-discipline. We teach our kids, we tell our kids they have to do these things, they blah, 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 blah. Like my son, oh my gosh, my son is like, every morning he's like, not this again. And I'm like, yes, this again, because you're going to hear it day in and day out until you get it, until it sticks. Kids don't know what that means. Who? Look at all the great martial artists, all those people, even just artists itself, singers, musicians, all of these people who are doing these great things in the world today, humanitarians, all of these things, people have learned to become more disciplined in order to reach a certain pinnacle. The staircase is, you're not going to reach success at the first and second step. You got to keep stepping and climbing up. That's the point. Discipline is very important. Money matters. Manifesting definitely requires discipline, because you're going to have to see, like I said, hold that vision. Without vision, the people perish. Hold that vision long enough for the universe, for the spirit of the universe to actually feel how badly you want it, you know? And you have to get it. It just has to happen. And I can't even beat up my tongue anymore about that, because we all know the benefits of discipline, self-discipline. Number 6, I have about 2 more, so I don't want to ramble too long. I'm going to end this shortly. So, putting on, this is number 6. Every one of us has the ability, the innate ability to do some extraordinary things. And just as I mentioned discipline before, putting on, and I don't mean faking it. I don't mean like being all extra and like, pretending to be something that you're not. Putting on, we're talking about being able to tap into that part of you, that extraordinary part of you that is, you want to go above and beyond the call of duty, beyond, like you want to do your best. Like, that song, that cheesy song, I put on for my city. That's just my jam right there. Like, you're doing it for the right reason. Like I said, purpose. You've got that confidence going now. You're self-reliant. You have a self-image, image that you want to portray to the world. You've been disciplined this long, and now you're ready to put on a show. You're ready to go big or go home, okay? And we look at all the athletes, all the celebs and athletes, and like, these people are normal beings just like me and you. They're no different. They're not special. They just have put in these traits. They have developed and improved on these qualities. And that's what has separated them from the masses, the Tom Brady's and all of that. These guys are just human beings, regular spirit human beings like us. But they have mastered these traits, these qualities. We ask a lot of them. We ask a lot from them, from our favorite teams, from our favorite, we want more. Like, give me more. Like, they're some superhumans. They are not. They are normal people just like us. And that we have to remember, we're just like them too. So whatever we want to do, we set our mind to it, we can achieve it. All right, and this is something I always say to my son. I even say it to my husband sometimes, because life is not here. You're not here to be average. You're not here to be just like, fly low under the radar. I am here to soar, baby. I'm going to soar like an eagle, okay? So that's what you have to remember. Be prepared to give it your best. Whatever it is you go at it with your whole heart. Give it your all. Don't half-ass nothing. Just go at it full-fledged, full force, all right? Demand it of yourself, because people are going to demand it of you. So you have to have some standard for yourself. Number 7. Learn and study your craft. Whatever it is that you do, this is number 7. Whatever it is that you do, remember that you have to be able to be knowledgeable about it. You have to be able to tell people, if somebody asks you one question in a minute, what does this mean? Oh, so what did you mean by that? In less than 30 seconds, you should be able to sum that up for them, and they say, oh, okay, I understand. That person really knows what she's talking about, okay? Like, they trust you now because you have that knowledge. You're coming to them not shady. you're not ignorant about certain things. You are well knowledged. And learning your craft means like bossing up. Basically, whatever it is that you do it at your best. Know the ins, the outs, the sides, the rounds, the throughs. Know all of that about what it is that you do. And learn new skills. Become more versatile. Don't just stick in that one box, because what's going to happen when that box let's say it rains and that box like crumbles, like you have no more box. What are you gonna do? Learn new skills, learn new passions, understand things for what they really truly are. Go within whatever it is. Just like I said, say about us, you go within whatever it is that you're doing, whatever skill or passion or hobby or craft it is, you learn it from the inside out. And last but not least, be ready. Be ready. And all of these things, all of these tips are going to equip you to be ready for when the opportunity arises, when this thing just says, bam, it's here now, like the Big Bang. You are ready to jump and take action, okay? Have enthusiasm. You're going to have that enthusiasm. Once you know you've employed all of these things, you are going to have that enthusiasm. You're going to have that passion and that drive. Because whatever you seek, remember this, whatever you seek is already seeking you. You're seeking it because that something has called you already. It's like, hello, are you out there? Can you hear me? And you're like, I hear it. I hear the call. I want to answer that call. So be prepared to take action. With these steps, I'm sure we're going to be better prepared in 2018 than ever, more prepared than ever before. And that's my goal. That's my wish for you. And that is my wish also, of course, for myself. And now that I am able to go live with ease, I'm ecstatic, and I will be doing this almost nearly on a daily basis, whenever I can, at least. It was pretty overcast just a while ago, and now, as you can see, the sun is shining brightly. Hence my name, my handle on Instagram, Serenity Soul Invictus. Invictus meaning unconquered sun. And I have been wondering about that name for a while, but I'm gonna stick to it right now. I like it. I like the sound of it. I like the meaning of it, the catch, its purpose. It's got a ring to it. So I'm gonna end this now because I don't want to run on any longer. But I've gotten my point across. These are the tips that are gonna help you move forward and be more like, strong and sturdy and know thyself better in 2018. So peace and love. I'm so happy I have you watching. Be sure to make sure subscribe and everything. I mean, keep that notification bell tip checked on the side so that whenever I am going live or I'm uploading a new video or whatever, you can be able to catch it right away. Okay, so I'm outie. Peace and love. I'm so happy you're here. Do employ some of these strategies. I'm sure you have, but we can all improve and get better at them. So I'm outie, and I'm so thankful you're watching today. Sarah Nisut. And I'll be back. So blessed be and namaste.